takes years and years to actually reach the market. So you're saying that he's going to solve inflation by drilling? Well, no, there is no answer, because every time he talks in a public speech, in a rally, or in a debate, he says just basic platitudes. He says nothing. He says, "I'm going to do."
Thank you so much for the $10.
He never
Thank you so much,
says what
Grace.
he's going to do. He just says how bad it is.
Thank you.
Oh, guest, swipe in and out, guest. You're still muted. People can't hear you. Swipe up and out of the app and then come back in. Yes, you. No. Swipe up out of the app and come back in.
Just unmute. Yeah, you got to click my invite to unmute.
I can hear him.
I can hear you too. So they couldn't hear you that whole time? That's so rough.
Yeah, they couldn't hear him the whole time.
God damn, y'all were probably so confused what we were talking about.
Yeah, like only me talking. Hold on. Here, let me... Okay.
Alright, here, let's add another person. If you see anyone crazy in the comment section, we'll bring them up. Yeah,
we hear you, but you have to either unmute yourself or swipe out of the app and swipe back in.
How old?
The weird thing is that you thought you were voting for Biden.
I was until July.
So when did you decide to vote for Kamala Harris?
July 21st, or something like that.
Yeah, like
why did you jump ship?
I was claiming that that Joe Biden should have dropped out before.
You totally. I've seen you many times, and you were always for Biden.
Yeah.
So why are you now for Harris?
Because she's the Democratic nominee.
What a dumbass you are.
What?
How
does that make me dumb?
That's so stupid.
How does that make me dumb?
Because you just jump ship.
Yeah.
I can't really vote for somebody who drops out.
Yeah, and she's doing great. Kamala Harris is doing incredible.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. Her approval rating has shot up by like 4 or 5% on 538 on averages.
Oh my God! But why would you leave your guy?
Bro, what
I preferred Kamala Harris from the very beginning.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
People who came on my live knew that.
No, you didn't. That's bullshit.
I did.
You were all about Trump. I mean,
all about Trump.
Biden.
I used to be.
You were all about Biden.
I preferred Kamala to Biden literally always.
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
That's so fucking weird.
Okay. Cool. That's true.
No, it's not.
I don't know why you're saying no, it's
you're
not.
A liar.
You're acting a child. I'm not
lying.
You're
a liar. You're like CNN.
I'm like CNN? Was that really the best you got? You're like a liar, you're like CNN is what you got?
Okay, CNBC.
CNBC now.
Okay, OAN. Like, what?
Let's just throw them all out there.
Yeah, how much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
Why does it matter?
Okay.
He actually...
He has.
How about you?
Do you live under a rock?
How about you?
Do you live under a rock? Because you sound like Patrick Starr.
I don't live under a rock. No, that makes no sense at all.
Does anyone else hear it, or is that just me?
Yeah, say Finland.
What?
Yell Finland.
What?
Yell Finland.
Finland.
I do kind of hear it.
No, seriously. You have not stopped talking about Trump. I mean, Biden, this entire time.
What?
I did. I used to ask people the question before he dropped out. Like, would you vote for Kamala Harris? I don't.
You love Biden so much.
I don't.
And now you don't like Biden.
No. I've always said that I don't like Biden. I just prefer him to Trump.
Isn't that kind of fucking weird?
No.
The fact that you liked Biden and now
I've always said I don't like Biden. I just prefer him to Trump.
So Biden's no good anymore?
I've always not liked Biden. Right?
Is Biden any good
actually,
anymore?
I've always not liked him.
So he's no good anymore, huh?
I mean, I always thought that, but like, I prefer him to Trump. I would prefer him over Trump. Oh my God!
But he's your president.
Okay, cool. I don't care. I mean, he did he did great out of most presidents. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually,
I would prefer him to most presidents. That doesn't mean I would think he's like an ideal.
Who are you talking to right now? Like, what's this host's name?
I'm not talking to you.
I know, but like, what's this host's name?
I have no idea.
Wow.
Okay. Parker, I think he may be getting you confused with the other big host. If you know what I'm talking about.
You think I'm Harry?
Kind of, yeah. Because you're both like
Isn't Harry live right now?
Weirdos.
Yeah, Harry's live.
So Harry's live right now, yet you okay. So we're weird. Okay, what about us are weird?
Because you just switch and you're like, well, yeah, it's fine. I'll take
totally fine.
I used to love Biden.
I never said I loved Biden.
Now
I prefer
I'm
Biden to
take
Trump.
Harris.
I would still vote for Biden over Trump.
I'm going to take Harris because I'm a Democrat.
Yeah.
Fuck
absolutely.
You.
Love
That's
you too.
Stupid. Why would you do that?
Because she's a better candidate.
Than Biden?
Yep.
She's better than Biden.
Yep.
So do you think Biden should die and she should take over?
No, I don't think Biden should die. No.
No, I mean, so that's what would happen.
No,
there are multiple
think of the dollar. Thank you.
And it doesn't include Biden dying.
No, that's exactly what would happen.
That's not true. He could step down. They could invoke the 25th Amendment. There are several pathways.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not what you're saying. You're saying
this guy literally is real life Patrick. This guy's literally
besides him being unalived.
This guy's literally real life Patrick.
Yeah, with some
what's a
good
Patrick?
old booze in his system.
What's a Patrick?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Yeah, so can you name me one piece of legislation that Trump has influenced to get passed that you like?
I like the wall.
You like the wall. Okay, what do you like about the wall? Or how much of the wall do you think got done? And I'm playing Minecraft over here.
Have you seen what's happening in the UK these days?
What about it?
Have you seen
protests going on? What's new?
Yeah, but why are they protesting?
Probably
they're not only protesting.
Hang on. To answer your question.
They're not only protesting. They are. This is like. It's real, and it's
real. Wow, I thought it was fake.
I agree, it is real.
Wow, dude.
And they
real insightful.
And they should do that. I guarantee they should do that.
They should do
you know
what?
Why? I don't want that shit in my fucking house either.
What is this guy saying?
Well, luckily you're not in the UK, so it's not in your house.
Yes, it is. It's in my house.
What?
It's totally in my house.
Huh? What are you saying, dude?
What's in your house? Besides booze.
What?
What's in your house?
Besides booze.
Immigrants.
Immigrants are in your house?
They came in your house.
No, but they're everywhere.
What? Okay.
Okay, cool. Immigration.
Or they're not immigrants right
and you're
now.
fine with it.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with
because
totally
you're
fine
a
with
Democrat. So you're like, it's fine. Let's just send them to New York, or let's just send them to, I don't know, where do you want to send them?
This guy votes, dude.
Where do you want to send them next?
Hopefully sober.
I doubt it.
Where do you want to send them next?
Yeah, so if you're talking about immigration, people can come into the country and go where they want in the country.
No, they can.
I believe they should.
No, they can. They
No, they
do it
can.
legally.
No, they
They
can't.
can do it
Wow.
legally. Do you know what legally means?
No, I don't. Does Trump know what legally means? The fraud, the defamation, the
define it for
34
me.
felonies.
Legally
Trump know what
means
legal
that,
is?
legally means that they can come in through the legal.
Yeah, and Trump could have not committed
Correctly.
fraud. Trump could have not falsified business records. Why don't you talk about
I'm
that?
not talking about Trump. I don't know why you're bringing
Are you
up
pro
Trump.
law and order?
I don't know. I have no idea why you're bringing up
Sir,
Trump.
are you pro law and order?
I have no idea what
He
you're
has
talking
no idea
about.
why I'm bringing up Trump in a conversation about it. Wow.
Do you understand that people have the ability to come to the United States legally?
Yes.
Wow.
And
Never
how
thought.
do they do that?
Never thought about that before, right?
And how do they do that?
Do you want me to describe to you all
It
the legal
depends.
processes right now?
What do you mean it depends? It
Are
does.
they
there's
going
multiple
through a
ways to
visa?
do it.
Are they?
I'm sorry,
going
but
through the asylum
you have
process?
your
Are
little
they-
helper here. Yes.
Alright.
So you
I'm the
come
helper.
in and you fill out a piece of paper and you say, I want to come to the United States. Correct?
Sure.
Sure.
That's
we'll
the
do that.
way it fucking works.
That's the way it fucking
You don't
works.
That's
get
one
to
of the
fucking
avenues,
walk
I guess.
across the fucking border.
Ah.
I mean, they can.
No, they can't.
Well, they can because they do, but I mean, okay.
No,
This
that's
guy's
not
just
the way
drunk,
it works.
bro.
But this guy thinks they can. Yeah.
Think that
That
knows
was
the
funny.
thing. Wait,
That
so
was funny.
Golden, can you name me one piece of legislation that was influenced to get passed that benefit the
Even.
middle class more than it benefit rich people?
That was really fast. What'd you say?
Can you name one piece of legislation that Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class more than it benefit rich people?
When did we bring up Trump?
Jesus Christ, dude. That's what this conversation is about.
No, it's not. You made it Trump.
No shit, it's my fucking live, genius. No shit,
Yeah.
the background says,
we didn't-
why are
we
you
didn't
voting for
bring
Trump?
we didn't bring up Trump.
Why are you voting for Trump?
Illegals.
Look at the background. Can you read the background?
We were
Read the
fucking
background.
talking about illegal fucking citizens.
Read the background.
Illegal citizen. That's an oxymoron.
I'm
That
voting
made no fucking sense at all.
Harris. Why are you voting Trump?
Like, where in the settings?
Well, because Harris is she just sucks cock.
Bruh.
Dude, Golden, are you okay, bro?
I'm good.
What the fuck is wrong? You said legal citizens. Now, what are you saying?
Did you not hear Jim Brown?
Jim Brown? Who are you referencing?
You mean Willie Brown?
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
even know the name.
What about Willie Brown?
Yeah, what about him?
Did you hear what he said about Kamala Harris?
That they
Kamala?
dated like 20 years ago, and he's like, so what? Who cares? So
Jesus Christ, this guy's intelligent. Dude, this guy's just like fucking Fox News.
someone said I want to pay to kick. I don't care. You guys take Parker. You might-
Yeah, I'll open up pay to mute. Pay to
Yeah,
the
pay to
sunglasses.
mute.
Thank you so much.
So, what's your response to that?
What is my response? You're dumb.
I just gave you the response.
Okay.
She has
What-
no
what
affiliation.
about the
Golden,
fact
how many
that
con-
she was,
Hey, Golden, how many
it was
continents are there?
Montel Williams.
Golden, how many continents are there?
What?
How many continents are there?
I don't know. 22.
22. Yeah.
That's
Dude, Jesus.
Wait,
Am I close?
No, not even.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
No, exactly 22. You're so right, man.
Patrick's on a roll.
Yeah. Patrick is on a roll. Can I ask you another question real quick?
Sure.
At what degrees does water freeze in Fahrenheit?
0.
Oh God.
Well, wrong system, but okay. Maybe he is from the UK.
It does. It freezes
God.
at
0 degrees
zero.
Celsius, yes.
Oh my lord. Golden. How many branches of government are there?
There are 4. There's
Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's hear 'em.
the judicial.
Okay, that's one.
Then there's the there's 4 of them.
Okay, what are they?
I just told you. I'm
Judicial?
not going to go through all of them.
Why not?
No, I really want to know what that fourth one is. Judicial and...
I know those. But I don't have to tell you.
So you know them, but you just don't have to tell us the four branches of government. I wonder where the fourth came from.
You think
Those are
there's only
nation.
3? Wait, you think there's only 3?
There is 3, yes.
How many senators are there?
It depends on the state.
No, I meant overall. And it doesn't
2
depend.
per state.
No, yeah, okay, 2 per
Okay,
state.
so it doesn't
How
depend
many
on the
is that
state.
total?
What?
How many
many
is that
total?
total?
There's too many people talking. What?
How many total?
The silence is deafening, to quote a Napalm Death.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
What?
How
You
many
just learned
senators?
that, so that's
2?
funny.
How many?
Okay, wait.
I
No,
just
no.
learned this, so
Go-
I'm going to ask this question.
Golden, how many
What a-
states are there? How many states are there in the United States?
50.
Okay,
Okay.
so how many senators, given that there's 50 states?
Yeah, I think there's 2 per state.
Yep. Okay. Come on.
on.
You're almost there. You're so close.
Jeez.
You want me to say 100?
The number,
But
finally.
it's wrong.
But it's wrong. Wait. How many are there?
How many are there?
I don't know. I actually.
Golden Star, dude.
I would say it's 100, but
Well, you would be correct.
okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Only took about 10 minutes.
I know, right? Yvonne, thank you so much for the $4. Thank you so much for the 4 branches of
I mean-
government. Thank you so much.
How many congressmen are there?
And in the House, Senate, which one are you referencing? House? 435.
Just I'm saying in the entire fucking thing. How many
430.
congressmen?
It's
are there?
435 plus 100.
What?
435 plus 100, so 535.
See, so you have made your life around
Appreciate the
government.
mustache, thank you. No?
Yes, you have.
How so?
I kind of did. I mean, after my degrees are in, so yeah. I mean, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, but we're asking you 5th grade type questions, so that's the problem.
Yeah, like, dude,
Ask me another one.
you really want me to do that?
Yep.
Okay, what is heavier? A pound of metal, right? Or a pound of feathers?
That's stupid. They're the same.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I was surprised that he got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so given that you are driving 60 miles per hour, how long is it going to take you to drive 60 miles?
60 minutes.
Okay. What's 2 squared?
4.
What's 6 squared?
16.
Oh God.
Well,
4 squared is 16.
I
No.
said 6 squared.
yeah, he said 6 squared.
Oh, 32.
No, but okay. You're close,
Dude.
but no.
You know, this is an intellectual titan, Chad. Intellectual titan.
We were on a roll, too. We were doing so well, and then...
Wait, 6 squared?
When did World War II begin?
Oh, 36.
Hey, when did World War II begin?
Sorry. I know it ended in 1945.
Oh, that's
No, when
correct.
did it begin?
1940. I have no idea.
1939.
I don't know.
1939.
Okay.
What's some basic fact about history I could ask him? 'Cause I want to ask him one more question.
Who was the last president to be assassinated?
That's a little too hard for him. I'm trying to think of a...
Actually, hang on. I would say it
Very
was,
famous president.
I think it was Kennedy.
No.
Yeah.
Or wait, I thought you said attempted or assassinated.
It was Kennedy.
Yeah. The assassination attempt was Reagan. Assassination was Kennedy. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You could also say Bush with the shoes.
What? He didn't die.
Yeah. There was a guy that tried to kill him with shoes.
The guy just threw a shoe at him. Like, he didn't try to, like...
He threw 2 shoes at him.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's funny.
If you think me throwing a shoe at you is going to unalive you, then, like,
It's totally funny.
Christina, think of the $2. Thank you so much.
Okay, what else you got?
Can you name me one piece of legislation that the Biden-Harris administration has influenced get passed that you disagree with?
The Green New Deal.
Oh, God.
I didn't know that passed.
And when did that pass?
I don't think it actually... I think it actually passed.
When?
Really?
I don't know.
Bernie would be so happy to know that.
Yeah, Bernie, seriously.
I
Think of the $3
disagree
for
with
22
it.
continents, 4 governmental branches, and...
I disagree with it. And
And the pork is in a pear tree. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you,
and a pear tree.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Golden. Why are you voting for Trump, dude? Like, actually, man, like, this is really concerning.
What do you mean?
It's really concerning you're voting for Trump. Because you don't have any reason to do so.
Yes, I do.
What's your reasoning?
Take a guess.
He's going to lower the tax on booze.
Ask me a question.
Okay, I'm done. I can't do it
Don't
anymore.
drug
That
kids.
was fucking brutal, child. That was so brutal. Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, let's get this next individual up here. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, Cash App in the bio, everyone. God damn, that was terrible.
Keep tapping everybody. I try to get to 2 million.
Fizzle, thank you so much for the Panther Paws. Thank you so much. That was unbelievable, Chad.
Hey, Andy, how old are you? Hey, Andy, how old are you? Okay, he's
Someone
gone.
said, sorry, Parker, you may have lost that one.
Yeah, no, totally.
Totally, dude. Holy shit. Thank you for the cap. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever lost so hard. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
43.
Are you voting Trump?
Yeah,
Why so?
because he has something to stand up for.
Something to stand up for?
Yeah, he's fighting for America.
Okay. What makes you think he's fighting for America?
Because fucking, literally, Kamala had one job, and literally...
What was the job?
The border.
What authority did she have over the border?
She was supposed to secure it. She didn't do shit.
How was she supposed to secure it?
Literally, she had one job.
So, no, you got it wrong, by the way, just letting you know.
How?
Yeah, so she had diplomatic relations with other countries like in South and Central America to specifically increase their quality standards so that we would decrease how many people came to the country.
But
Ooh,
they,
think of the $6.66. Thank you so much.
they opened the border, right?
No.
They let people in. They let sex offenders. They did all this shit.
The only sex offender that you're letting into the country is Donald Trump.
Yeah, you're full of shit, dude.
You're literally trying to vote for a sex offender. I'm just letting you know.
No.
Sorry to break it to you. You're literally voting
No,
for a
you're
sex
not.
offender.
No.
Yeah, you're voting for a violent sex offender.
You know what? That's not. No.
It literally is true.
How?
Because he was held legally responsible for sexual abuse unanimously by a jury.
So that falsifies shit that you think.
That what?
That falsifies. What was it?
Falsification of business records? Yes, I do believe that. Hello?
Yeah, that's the felonies. That's not the civil liability. Two different cases.
Yeah, it is.
You okay, man?
You haven't had anything to drink
But
tonight.
why are you voting for Harris? I mean,
She hasn't been held legally responsible for sexual abuse, defamation,
Yeah,
fraud.
but-
She's
but
been
no,
held
but
34
here's the thing.
felonies. Devin, thank you for the $10 for AA meetings. Thank you so much.
Maybe Devin.
So you were literally not even a couple months ago going for Biden. So now you just jump on fucking Harris shit.
Yeah,
Why?
because he was the candidate. Now she is.
Yeah, but she hasn't done nothing.
Yeah, she has. She has the most nomination or the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president
Because
in the last 200 years.
Well, because she's black and she's a woman.
What? No,
Well,
she
what the fuck
has the
she's
most
done?
tie-breaking votes.
What the fuck has she actually done?
I just told you she has the most tie-breaking votes in the last 200 years.
From who?
Vic, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. What do you mean from who?
Fox News? Fox News?
What?
That's your information from?
No, we can look at the tie-breaking votes directly from the government.
That's bullshit.
Like you can just look at like how these
she
were
hasn't
passed.
done nothing. Nothing.
I just told you. She specifically made the determining vote on the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson and the Inflation
She has
Reduction
done
Act.
nothing.
She has. I just mentioned multiple things.
She's been on her knees more. She's been on her
Can you
knees more than anything.
What do you mean that? What do you mean by that?
She's been on her knees.
What do you mean by that?
Fucking. How do you think she got up? Fucking. I mean, look what she did in the fucking.
So you're just going to engage in misogyny?
Yeah.
You have yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, is crazy.
I mean,
So you admit you're misogynistic?
No, she hasn't done shit.
Okay. I just told you multiple things. Can you name me one thing Mike Pence has done?
Mike, that's not nothing.
Okay. Can you name me one thing Joe Biden did as vice president?
Not a goddamn thing.
Can you name me one thing one vice president has done out of history? Like one
What?
thing.
Trump.
Can you name one thing one vice president has done throughout history? Just one.
No, you're right. You can't. You can't. There's
Okay,
nothing.
so you can name things, but what you're asking is a question that you wouldn't even be able to answer about any vice president throughout history.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you name one vice president throughout history?
You got me there. I can't give a vice president.
So you can't name one vice president?
Nope. I can't.
I just told you Mike Pence.
There's no. Vice. No. Oh damn! You got me there, dude. I'm sorry. You got me. That's argument. I can't. I lost that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
At least he admits it.
I mean, you got me. You got me there.
Okay. All right. I have a question. Would you vote for someone who more likely than not sexually assaulted a woman?
Yes. But here's the thing.
Would you vote for someone who more likely than not sexually assaulted a child?
All right. But here's the thing. Like with Trump, what is he actually going for?
Would you vote for someone who more likely than not sexually assaulted a child?
He didn't.
No, I'm asking. Would you vote for someone?
That's bullshit.
I'm not saying Trump did. Would you vote for someone who more likely than not sexually assaulted a child?
I will not. No.
No. Why would you vote for someone who more likely than not sexually assaulted a woman, but you wouldn't vote for someone who more likely than not?
That theory posited these payments to be illegal, but that's federal law being applied to a state court, which is not applicable in that case, is it not?
So the law that he was the crime that he was charged with was falsifying business records, which
It's only a crime in New York because of the circumstance, because it was used for the election.
But he was charged with falsifying business records in the first degree, which means that he was and then that's falsifying business records with the intent to further or conceal another crime. So he falsified business records in New York. The crime that he was furthering or concealing doesn't have to be a state crime. It could also be a federal crime. It doesn't really matter. So that's why the FEC and other federal laws are applicable to it, because it doesn't matter whether the law he's trying to conceal is state or federal. It just means he was trying to conceal or further another law or another crime.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but did the jury, like, I don't think the jury actually determined what, like, the crime was.
Yeah, the jury in their, as a result of their decision, it did not tell us what the underlying elements of the further crime was, but they weren't required to.
Okay. I guess another thing about the jury, look, I don't want to say that, oh, it was just in New York, so that means that everyone's going to be against Donald Trump. But there's only so many, I think there was like 10 preemptory challenges that that you can get in total to like make sure that you have an impartial jury. And I feel like as a political candidate, this is pretty unprecedented. So it's kind of hard for a jury to be so impartial because, I mean, considering that we didn't even like, we had what do they say? A hung jury? It means like,
yeah, they couldn't decide.
They couldn't decide. I don't think that was not it at all. Actually, like the results came out pretty quickly. So it just seems
2 days.
Yeah, it seems a little bit suspicious. Not to like just say anything wild, but there's only so many things you can do to make sure you have an impartial jury. Because at least in New York, like I think this was in the city that this was tried. It just seems very difficult to have someone that like or have a group of jurors that don't actually have a predisposed opinion of Donald Trump.
Well, I think there's a couple things to note here. If my recollection serves me correctly, the Trump team didn't actually use all of their strikes. So I believe that to be the case. So they didn't even feel like the jury was super biased and they had to strike everybody. But number two, it's also important to note that not all these people vote. Like there's like 60% of the country vote. So there's like, if we're just applying that to New York City, like 40% of New York City didn't vote. And there's plenty of New Yorkers who don't have a political opinion or that they're not all that involved in politics. I mean, a lot of these jurors who were there expressed the fact that they were like, yeah, like, I've heard of Trump. I don't really follow politics. I'm kind of indifferent on him. I'm not really like, it's not something I care about all that much. And that was kind of the vibe that of a lot of jurors. None of them were all like, yeah, I love Joe Biden or I love Donald Trump or anything like that. So the jury was fair. There's nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, it wasn't that the jury was biased or that they hate Donald Trump. It was just because there was a lot of evidence against Donald Trump. And even some of the people closest to him testified on that stand under oath to what he did.
And one of those people was Michael Cohen. But one thing that kind of just strikes me is that he is a convicted perjurer in previous cases, so I don't understand how his testimony can really be trusted there. Like, sure, I'm not entirely sure his testimony is admissible because I think that's a separate case. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, like if you just step back and take a look at it, it just seems like there could be some issue with that.
Yeah, I mean, if he was the only piece of evidence, you might be able to make that argument. But the nice thing about Michael Cohen's testimony was that they saved him for sort of last, which allowed all of the previous people to testify to kind of like weave together the story. And then his testimony really put it home. So like all of his testimony was backed up by other people. And, he has, he's been dishonest in the past, but he mostly lied on behalf of Donald Trump. That's why he had this whole perjury thing. He lied for Trump, and he wasn't just saying like, "Oh, I'm Michael Cohen, I'm going to lie for fun." So I think there's like a couple of reasons as to why he was believable. Was his proximity to Trump, the fact that his testimony was backed up by a lot of people. I guess it's those two main things.
Okay. I really have enjoyed this. I don't think anything else is coming to me, although I have taken up a lot of your time. So there is one more thing I would ask about, unless you.
If you want to, I can do it now, or we can do it at a later date, whatever you want.
Okay.
Did you even mean to add me up? That was a mod. I think that add me up.
I didn't mean to add you up. No.
Parker, what happened? I'm hearing in the chat. Like,
Yeah, I got banned.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
I've been doing that like every day.
What happened? Did someone was
No, just random ban for misinformation.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
well. Okay. So the thing I wanted to ask is, there's been a lot of talk about Kamala Harris, like not necessarily covering up Joe Biden's mental health, but his like she keeps on like defending his ability like to serve, and even following the debate performance before he dropped out. So I just feel like there is some concern there.
If Republicans think that Donald Trump can serve, then Joe Biden can serve.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. No, I mean, I don't think that there was any like cover up. I think that genuinely there's been this like narrative spun about Joe Biden that he's like incompetent, he's not fit to serve, and like people saw the debate and they're like, oh, that must mean he's not fit to serve. I think people have bad nights, people have bad debates, and Joe Biden was sick that evening. I was trying to put myself in his shoes of like, if could I like have a presidential debate with a fever? I really don't think I'd be able to do that. So I don't think there's any cover up. I think that Kamala Harris just knows Biden. She's seen him behind the scenes, and what she has said about Biden is consistent with other people who've seen him behind the scenes, including Republicans. Kevin McCarthy, former Speaker of the House, said that Biden is tough in negotiations, and world leaders have called Biden sharp. So I don't think there's any cover up. I think that Biden's just good to go. Republicans like to spin a narrative about him.
Okay, I do understand. That is understandable, but it's important to note that like this is not like a new thing. It's only now that like I'm not saying the debate performance is the only thing. It's because this has like been a talking point for a lot of Republicans for like a 1.5 years at this point, and yet no one in the media actually like decided to cover it until the debate performance and until people started to actually like recognize this, because it was such a televised event. A lot of people saw it, and it feels a little bit bizarre.
I don't know. I mean, I think like it was somewhat covered in the media, not in the same way, but it was definitely covered. Like a lot of people talked about it. I just think that like the debate forced people or allowed, or not allowed. That's not the right word. It was just more of a topic of conversation, justified or unjustified. I don't know, and that's why the media like talked about it more than as opposed to like previously.
Don't you find it a little bit concerning that all these leaks? Because I'm sure you've heard about all the leaks from the White House about aides and people who've worked with President Biden, like all these cases that you see about his, I don't want to say mental state, but I guess it's just his mental state and just how he's been performing.
In the same way that you're talking about this, why don't we talk about all of the people that were a part of like Trump's campaign, of Trump's administration, that are saying he's a threat to democracy?
A threat to I think I talked to Harry about this, but what would they say that would make him a threat to democracy second time around, I guess?
So the fact that he tried to get Mike Pence to not certify the election results.
I understand what he's done the first time, but I'm saying if he's elected, I'm asking if he's elected again, what would he do? I asked this to Harry, but you bring it up again. So
what would he do for what?
Like, what would he do that would make him a threat to democracy? Because there's a lot of talk saying that this might be the last election.
Yeah. So what he's done to be a threat to democracy is when he was in office, try to get Mike Pence to not certify the election results, try to get fake electors specifically to go to the Electoral College and cast Trump votes when he didn't win. He tried to deny the election for years. He still does it to this day, saying that the election was stolen with no sufficient evidence. So the fact that you wouldn't expect him to do that with trying to run again is crazy.
Well, he wouldn't.
He tries to get around every single issue that exists within our system. He quite literally tries to say he can't. He lost the election fairly. Oh, he's going to claim fraud, right? He's not going to accept any election unless he wins it.
Well, if he wins this time around, that's what you're saying, and he's elected, then he won't be eligible for another term, and he'll be done.
Yeah. So they'll try to amend the Constitution, right?
How can you
be sure change that? He'll try to do something as it relates to the context of the executive branch. I wouldn't
he'll try to do it, but if he doesn't have Congress, he can't do anything.
Yeah, the point I'm making is that this is undermining our system. You said, what is he going to do to undermine our system? This is the very it. This is what he's talking. This is what I'm talking about. He claimed he wanted to be dictator day one.
Okay, well, we talked about that, but he was discussing about his policies on deportation and what he wants to drill, like you said. His executive orders that he was going to implement, not necessarily the fact that he's a fascist.
Well, I mean, do you want to go through the 14 points of fascism? You tell me which one doesn't apply to him.
Okay. Well, fascism is like essentially like nationalistic
Ultra
ideology.
nationalistic. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't he's not the sole head of the state. He has limitations.
You understand there are fascists within the context of democracies as well. Like that's how Hitler rose to power.
Yes, I understand that, but that doesn't do we not have faith in our own governmental system or our branches of power that will limit him?
Wait, so
if
is he a
he's such a
fascist that
threat-
we need
if
to?
he's such a threat, why don't we just 25th Amendment him?
Is he a fascist that we need to limit, or is he not a fascist?
Say it again.
Is he a fascist that we need to limit, or is he not a fascist?
I don't think he's a fascist. No, I don't think he's a fascist.
Okay, so which point of the 14 points of fascism does not apply to him?
I don't know the 14 points of fascism.
Is it the powerful and continuing nationalism? Is it the identification of enemies / scapegoats as unifying cause? Undocumented immigrants. Is it the supremacy of the military, the rampant sexism, the controlled mass media, the obsession with national security, the religion and government intertwined, the corporate power being protected, labor power being suppressed in terms of unions, a disdain for the intellectuals and the arts in terms of climate science, and in terms of the facts about the election, his obsession with crime and punishment, the rampant cronyism and corruption, or fraudulent elections that he claims over and over and over again?
Okay, well, one thing I would mention there is that if he wanted to actually take over the Capitol building, I don't think he would. I think he would actually if it would make any sense, he would send in the National Guard and not a group of mobsters that didn't kill anyone that day. It seems like a pretty pathetic attempt at a power play. If he was going to do anything, why didn't he actually use presidential power and instead his?
He did. He tried to use his presidential power to get fake electors to go to the electoral college to cast Trump votes. He tried to get Mike Pence to not certify the election results. He tried to.
That was using his, not the electorates.
Those are all using his position of power, weren't they?
No,
he's
but
using his influence. He's using his position of power to try to bully people into doing these things. He tried to pressure Mike Pence into doing that.
Right.
We have him on audio recording doing that. You tell me which point of fascism does not apply to him. Tell me. Is the disdain for the recognition of human rights in terms of women's access to abortion?
I would say probably just the Church and the State one.
Church and the State one,
which
where
then you would respond, would say the abortion ban and say, it's Christianity. But I think it's more important that you recognize why.
He wants to put the Christianity back into the books. He wants to make America pray again. He wants to do all of that.
No, he doesn't want to make America pray again. Don't use that.
That's his quote. Do you want me to show you?
It's a slogan that he uses, but it's because he wants to just allow prayer in school. He doesn't want to mandate it, but he doesn't want people to be reprimanded for actually praying in school, regardless of your belief.
These are still aspects of religion and government intertwining, right? That religious rhetoric and terminology is used by government leaders specifically to get people to engage in specific types of policies, whether it be the context of abortion, right?
Okay, well, abortion, I understand that people associate it with a very Christian ideology because most of Christians support it, but that's not the reason why the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. Sure, Trump had the intention of overturning it because of his beliefs on it, but he never said that they were rooted in Christianity. He's not a very avid Christian just by his actions, let alone what he's actually said about it.
So, okay, but this still is the case that he's using Christianity to be able to do this. You can't dispute that. His evangelical base is eating that up.
Yeah, he's also spoken to Christian conferences about his desire to overturn or get rid of abortion, specifically appealing to that audience, and using religion to do that.
Well, certainly he would appeal to an audience that he's in front of. I mean, I understand that, but that doesn't mean that that's the reason why he's doing it.
Wait, say that again.
It makes sense that he would speak about that issue that a lot of those people kind of care. That they care about, but that doesn't mean that that's the sole reason why he's doing it, that it's rooted in Christianity.
So the reason why I say it's rooted in Christianity is because he says that's the basis of his view on abortion.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know when he said that. I'm going to need a source or something because I've never heard him actually say that.
Yeah, so there are plenty of speeches where he specifically has referenced this in terms of, I can send you one on his pledge to protect Christianity, on his Faith and Freedom Coalition speech, plenty of things.
Okay.
But by the way, is there any other one you dispute? Do you dispute any other characteristic I mentioned?
Can you list them again?
Yeah, the powerful and continuing nationalism, disdain for the recognition of human rights, identification of
Nationalism? What do you mean by nationalism?
Yeah, so it says fascist regimes tend to use a constant use of patriotic mottos, slogans, symbols, songs, and other paraphernalia. Flags are seen everywhere as the flag symbols on clothing and in public displays. So they use MAGA on public displays all the time. They use the American flag.
I won't dispute that one, Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. What's the next one?
Disdain for the recognition of human rights, identification of enemies / scapegoats as a unifying cause, supremacy of the military, rampant sexism, controlled mass media, obsession with national security, religion and government
sexism?
intertwined. Yes.
Wait, rampant sexism?
Absolutely.
Just because of Trump's ridiculous rhetoric, that means that there's rampant sexism.
That is absolutely rampant
across
sexism.
America. How so?
So, grab women by the vagina, I don't even have to ask. I walk into changing
Okay.
rooms of naked
I
teenage girls
just
because I
said-
quote-unquote own the place.
Okay. I just said besides his
Like that,
rhetoric.
that's what he
Is
says. Do you want me to keep going?
But how that wouldn't get implemented in like across
Wait, is
the
that
country?
is that not rampant sexism? Restricting women's access to abortion? Is that not him using sexism to be able to...
Well, he's denounced those statements before. It's not like he stands by them.
So you don't think he still stands behind any of the sexism? The fact that he grabs women by the vagina, he doesn't have to ask? Can you give me
He's
the
denounced those statements before.
he's made one apology in his entire career, and he used it as a means to literally say that the Democratic Party is terrible. So I have a question, right? If I was apologizing to you, and then I immediately, after quote-unquote apologizing to you, immediately shifted it to your behaviors, do you take that as a legitimate apology?
No.
No, that's what he did. So that was a nice, legitimate apology. There's also the controlled mass media, obsession with national security, religion and government intertwined, corporate power is protected, labor power is suppressed, disdain for the intellectuals and the arts, obsession with crime and punishment, rampant cronyism and
Corporate
corruption,
power is protected.
fraudulent
Is
elections.
that because of Trump? Is that because of tax cuts that corporate powers are being protected, Parker?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He specifically went up to members of fossil fuel companies, like the head industries, and said that if you give me this money, I will literally give you tax cuts. That's bribery, okay? That's corporate
When
power
was
being
that?
protected.
What was that?
I can pull it up.
What's the cat's name? He's adorable.
Ezex.
What was that? I can't hear you, Harry.
He's probably trying to say. Sorry. Here we go. The Good Deal. So here's the title. Let's go. Trump. The title is Trump sought $1 billion from oil execs for his 2024 campaign. All right, that is the title.
Where is this? What's the source?
That's from Yahoo News.
From what?
You can also get it. You can get it from Yahoo News. You can get it from the New York Times. I can send you something from the Senate Committee on Finance. Plenty of things.
Okay.
MSN. Financial Times.
So that's his motivation for the tax cuts.
Say that one more time.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I got forgot. How is this relevant to the tax cuts?
So he said he would give if they gave him $1 billion, he would give
Okay.
like $110 billion in tax breaks.
Okay. So you're saying that he basically did these tax cuts for personal gain?
Yeah, he said if you give me $1 billion for my campaign, big oil, right, I will give you $110 billion of tax
Okay.
breaks.
Right. So then I would ask that how has he had, essentially since he's run for president, with all the money that he's been campaigning for and that he's spent with legal fees since he entered politics, how he's basically lost the majority of his billions. He used to have $7 billion in the bank. I think now how much does he have? 2.8, I think it is. He's lost money. I don't understand what his motivation is to be a popular politician, because America doesn't necessarily like him right now.
His motivation is to stay out of jail.
To stay out of jail.
Yeah.
But the issue only came for when he actually ran for president.
No, he quite literally has had these things be applicable to him, and because of that,
No,
has
well,
to continue to
the
run
30,
for
well, I'm saying
president.
the 34 felonies charge only came because of his 2016 campaign.
Yeah, I don't think the felonies came from the 2016 campaign.
Is that not
I
what
think-
it's
I think-
associated with the fraudulent business records being associated with the campaign?
No.
That's the only
Let me.
reason it's
Can I
considered
clarify?
a
Can I clarify?
campaign. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're cutting me off, so I can't
I'm
clarify.
sorry.
When I'm saying that I don't think it was because he ran, I don't think that the case was tried against him because he ran. I think
No.
that the reason why the crime was a felony was because of him engaging in election interference. It's not the opposing side only attacking him for a political motive. That's
I'm
what
not-
I'm trying
I'm not
to
saying
identify.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's only being. Sorry, not that he's only being charged. I'm saying he only engaged in this conduct when he was running for political office. So when you're saying that
He engaged in that when he was running in political office. Yeah, that the felonies, not the fraud, not the defamation, not the sexual abuse. Those are all things that he did, regardless.
Well, I do actually. Now that you mentioned the sexual abuse thing, what does it mean that he was? What did he actually do? What did the jury find him for when he was
Forceful penetration of E. Jean Carroll against her will.
Okay, that is factually incorrect.
No, it's not.
It is. The jury did not find. And look, I've heard you say this before, Parker. So that's the only kind of reason I bring it up. The jury specifically did not. He said. Sorry, the jury concluded that. Well, even though E. Jean Carroll did testify to being forcefully penetrated against her will, that's not what the jury found. The jury found that she had been sexually abused, but not penetrated.
Yeah, so the difference in terms of civil law at that time is that the penal code for New York only stated that it was grape, right? If it is the case,
They did not
Listen,
find.
can I
Well, they did
finish?
not find her liable of grape. You just reminded me of that. They did not find her liable of grape.
Yeah, can I explain this so that you can understand? Because the reason
Okay.
why they didn't find him liable for grape is only because the New York Penal Code specifically indicated that grape was only in the scenario in which a male member forcefully penetrates a female member. So based upon that definition, if someone broomed another individual, used a broom to forcefully penetrate them against their will, it would be grape. It would only be sexual abuse under New York law. But yet me and you still refer to that as grape. Right, so the reason why it wasn't considered grape specifically is because she wasn't sure if it was using the fingers, the male member, or both.
Wait, she didn't know what was used?
Yeah, she didn't know if it was the fingers, the male member, or both.
He's
How,
got to
okay.
approve.
Are you really gonna ask? How do you know?
I'm not,
Someone's
I
going
just
through
said I
trauma?
wasn't going to ask that. I just said I wasn't going to ask that.
You were asking it. You were starting.
Well, that's why I stopped myself. Okay, so I am just a little concerned. There was a CNN clip that I watched the other day of E. Jean Carroll laughing about the millions. Was it $82 million that she got from it? She told the reporter that, why don't we just buy you a house? She seemed so jolly. It seemed very concerning. Not like when she was in court, she gave a very heartfelt
I'd be happy to.
testimony. It just seems a little bizarre.
So a great victim can't be happy that they held their abuser accountable. That's just fucking stupid.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she was so happy that she got all the money, and then she invited the CNN reporter. He said, "You want to go shopping?" That's what she told her.
She talked about a house, right? Like I'll buy you a house, but that was a joke.
Yeah.
She was joking. She's splitting the money and giving it to all the victims of Donald Trump.
She didn't say it was a joke. It's kind of funny because all the people on the panel
if you
were all
watched
awkwardly
watched
laughing.
it,
The
they were
person
they were
next
all
to her
laughing.
had to
It was a
clarify
joke.
and say it was a joke. The person next to her had to clarify and say it was a joke.
So everyone acknowledged there it was a joke.
Or that she screwed up.
No,
I think she was probably joking.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I guarantee. Wait, do you think it was? Would you vote for someone who said when they were 40 years old to a 10-year-old girl that they'd be dating her in 10 years?
I know what you're saying. I know who said that. I've listened to your lives, Parker. Yes, I know Donald Trump said that, and I know that he said his daughter was as voluptuous.
No. So would you respond to that?
Yeah.
Would you vote?
Sorry,
for
say
him?
the question again. Then
Would you vote for a 40-year-old man that said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years to her face?
no, I wouldn't.
No, Donald Trump did that, so you're not going to vote for him.
Yep. All right.
All right, appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, I do. You know what? I actually do want to thank you for the civility because
No, got him. All right, well, I'm probably about to get off here, but
Yeah, I'm getting off as well. I was about to say. Thank you, Papa John. Thank you for coming.
it was good seeing you though, Harry. Have a fantastic
man.
night, man.
Sorry